So we're going to talk a little bit about an outward swinging door, which is going to be found more in a commercial setting. Residential doors tend to swing inward. Commercials swing outward. So this is an outward swinging door. There are a couple of different methods when it comes to forcing a door that swings outward. We can create a gap and get our forks in and try and force it like that using the door jamb as a fulcrum, or we can use our adze end. Today we're going to show you what it looks like with the adze, and we're going to begin by gapping the door, then we're going to set our adze, and then we're going to perform our force. One of the things we have to be careful about with an outward swinging door is there's the potential to skin the door, which is to separate this layer of metal sheeting from the rest of the door, which this sheet of metal is going to have the locking mechanisms attached to it, and without the structural integrity of the door, it's going to be very hard to overcome those locking mechanisms. So you can see how when we begin to crush the door, the sheeting wants to separate. We want to make sure that when we set this, we're all the way in past the inside of the door so that we're not skinning it. So one of the things we're going to talk about is the difference between a trading prop, which is what we have here, and a real door. So we talked a little bit about crushing and skinning the door prior, but now we want to clarify and say that we want that crush. That crush is going to give us a purchase point for our forks. So when we gap our door, we're going to create that crush, which is going to give us a space to slide our adze or our fork in. So we're going to begin this the same way we did with our inward swinging door, and we're going to check for gap, and we're going to make sure that the door is not locked, or that the door is locked rather. If it's not locked, open it and do your live fire layup. So we're going to start with gapping again. So we're going to gap with our adze. Generally speaking, when we're performing force of entry, we want to go 6 inches above or below our latch. If there's a knob and a deadbolt, we're going to try and go right in the middle. Okay, can I get a bit of a wedge there, Shane? Yep. Awesome. So we've created a nice gap. Should we want to proceed with force with our forks, we could insert our forks and then force the door that way. We're going to use our adze this time, and because we've done a good job with our gapping, we can already set that in. Again, what we want to make sure of is that our depth marking, which is 1 3/4 in from the tip of the adze, is all the way in at the door stop. That's going to make sure that we're around that door and give us good purchase for forcing. So now we're ready to force. Okay, so you'll notice that Shane's in a position to not only hold the prop, but he's also in a position to control the door when it opens. So again, we're going to use a little bit of violence of action here to create a breaking or a shearing motion rather than a stretching. So there, our door's open. Again, we're going to control the swing, and again, we're going to perform our live fire layup.